Welcome back, dear viewers of Anything You Want, the channel where we bring you the deepest, most emotional, and most human stories behind Turkey's most beloved public figures. Before we begin today's incredibly touching story, remember to like, subscribe, leave a supportive comment, and consider becoming a channel member to help us continue bringing you these heartfelt narratives. Because today, we are stepping into a home where a man's entire destiny has been rewritten. Not on a film set, not during an interview, but in the quiet sanctuary created by tiny breaths and a woman whose presence became the compass of his rebirth. This is the unseen transformation of Cenk Toran. Far from red carpets, magazine covers, and curated public appearances, there exists a villa wrapped in gardens and silence, a home where the world's noise fades away, replaced by the delicate rhythm of a newborn's breathing. Inside that home, Cenk Toran has undergone a transformation so profound that even he struggles to articulate it without pausing, without gathering strength, without letting emotion break the practiced stillness of his actor's voice. What he shared recently was not a calculated statement. It was the unfiltered confession of a man who has touched something sacred. The moment that shattered his reserve came when he paused before a framed photograph, one that dominates the room. A quiet, unassuming image, Mahasine Merabet holding their newborn, exhausted yet glowing, her smile soft, her body relaxed in the vulnerability of early motherhood. That picture, he confessed, took his breath away long before he found the words to describe it. And when he finally spoke, his voice cracked under the weight of sincerity. I became a father thanks to our son, but it was Mahasine who gave me my life back. That one sentence spread through the country like a quiet storm. When Cenk revisited the moment of birth, he did not speak like the seasoned actor the public knows. He spoke like a man stripped of every layer of ego, armor, and perfectionism. He described the birth not as a cinematic event, but as a miracle that froze him in place, an emotional earthquake that rearranged every priority he ever had. He said he felt suspended between fear and joy, unable to move, barely able to comprehend the tiny, warm life placed against his chest for the first time. That moment, he said, shattered every vanity he carried before fatherhood. It was a revelation, an awakening, a purification. The first time his baby fell asleep on him, he felt something inside him collapse and rebuild itself all at once. The delicate weight of that tiny body became the threshold to a new world, a new identity, a new way of being alive. If this emotional story is touching your heart as much as it touched ours, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Your support means the world to Anything You Want as we continue sharing stories that go beyond headlines and into the soul. But the true center of Cenk's story is not fatherhood alone. It is Mahasine herself. He speaks of her not just as the mother of his child, but as the architect of his emotional reconstruction. Watching her give birth, watching her give herself so fully to that moment, changed him more than any role, success, or professional milestone ever could. He said that in her tired smile, he recognized not just partnership, but salvation. Her presence, he claims, taught him to stay. To listen. To forgive. To accept his flaws. To rebuild the parts of himself he once ignored or suppressed. Everything he has become in the past year, he says, is because she held him steady through the transformation. And that is why he says, without hesitation, without her, I would not have felt any of this. In an age where celebrities transform every heartbeat into content, Cenk and Mahasine made a radical choice. They kept the entire pregnancy hidden from the public eye. No hints. No posts. No teasers. Just silence, a protective bubble where the world could not intrude. We lived it as something that belonged only to us, Cenk said. A rebellious, almost poetic stance in a time dominated by exposure. Inside that bubble, they allowed the pregnancy to evolve naturally, without judgment, without pressure, without performance. The period after the birth, he said, was a universe unto itself. No luxury, no glamour, just the raw reality of new parenthood. Sleepless nights. Migraine-inducing exhaustion. Improvised lullabies under dim hallway lights. Bottles mixed half awake. Soft whispers exchanged at 4 a.m. Cenk described moments that quietly redefine a life. Standing in the doorway just to watch Mahasine and the baby sleep. Feeling time slow down until all that matters is the rise and fall of two tiny chests. Realizing that being present has become more important than any appointment on his agenda. He rescheduled sets. Postponed commitments. Rearranged his entire professional life. Because home, real home, had finally been built. During labor, exhausted and terrified, Mahasine whispered one sentence that carved itself into Cenk's heart. "Whatever happens, promise me you won't leave me alone." He didn't treat it as a burden. He treated it as destiny. "I didn't just promise," he said. "I swore." That vow, he said, holds together the new fabric of his life. Social media lit up instantly. Thousands applauded their sincerity, calling them an example of mature love. Others questioned whether a public figure can truly keep anything private anymore. Experts debated the balance between fame and privacy. But beneath all the noise, one truth remained unshaken. Cenk Toran became a different man. Not because of fame. Not because of success. But because of fatherhood, and because of the woman who guided him into that new light. He shared small, ordinary, unforgettable stories. Emergency pediatric visits at impossible hours. Diaper changes in gas station bathrooms. Songs invented out of thin air. Shopping lists suddenly full of baby essentials. These were not burdens but blessings. Rituals that taught him to love differently, love actively, love patiently. Work still exists, but family guides everything now. Later that same day, they released a black and white photograph. Mahasine asleep, baby on her chest. And Cenk standing just outside the frame, watching over them. The caption was only 4 words. "My whole world breathes here." A manifesto of love without spectacle. Thank you for watching this deeply moving story here on Anything You Want. If Cenk Toran's transformation touched your heart, please like, comment, subscribe, and consider becoming a member to support our work. What part of his journey moved you the most? Was it the vow, the birth, the nights without sleep, or the way love rebuilt him? Let us know below. And stay tuned, because on this channel, we bring you everything you want, and everything that truly matters.